See if this shit is...
Tilt the screen forward a little bit.
What, this way? Like this?
Just pull it forward. Yeah, just perfect.
Oh, you right, nigga. Mm-hmm. You know what it is. All right, we live.
Oh, we live?
We live and direct in this motherfucker.
Oh, shit, nigga.
Let's see who's up late. It's 12:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time as we're recording this shit. You feel what I'm saying? So...
You gonna wait for a couple of people to get in?
Yeah, we probably gotta wait for some people to get in before we go in. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it, we ain't gonna wait for nobody. We just fucking go. Well, before we get into the shit, make sure you guys get this How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day ebook, hard copy, or audiobook. Go to MrLocario.com right now to get your copy of this today. You feel what I'm saying? Make sure you guys check this out and get it popping. All right, man. Was somebody texting me? I kept hearing shit going on. But anyway, so. Today's title, we titled this shit, you know, why black women are single, right? Now you know this is all Mal's doing, because you know. What up, Jeff Hayes in the building? Was popping with you, bro?
What up, Jeff?
Nah, but the thing is this, man. We wanted to talk about why black women are single, but even on a deeper level, right? It's just about why women are going to be single and why you're going to have issues dealing with certain women. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Shout out to Create Noise.
And also what you should do.
Right.
And what you need to do.
Right.
Even if it hurts.
Right. What up, Razor Ramon? Azariel, what up? Caleb was good. Eagle Speed was popping with you, bro.
Exactly. Eagle Speed, you got it right there. You got it right there. Matter of fact, the live stream is done. We're done. Just read that, what Eagle Speed
he said black women are single because they're too masculine and won't submit to the man.
Facts.
That is true.
Facts.
That is
some
true.
Black women.
Right.
Some.
Right. Because
the ones that are single these days,
we're going to get into this.
A lot of them don't know it, but that's their problem.
We're going to get into this. You understand what I'm saying? You know, hold on. The fuck? Hold on, keep talking.
Okay. Yeah, so let me see what happened tonight.
Tell me your story.
Yeah, so here's the story, guys. So I had 2 dates tonight. 2 dates. The first date was a black woman. And we actually, it's so much game in this situation because this chick, she actually flaked on me before, and the flake went down, and I just let it slide, and that's it. Like I deleted the thread and everything. I let her she said I can't do this now. I'm busy. I'm like, all right, cool. I let it slide. I let it go. I threw her out of my mind. Right? She texted me talking about, hey, what's going on? Are you busy tomorrow? Blah blah blah. And I was like, so I said, all right, boom, meet me at. I said, meet me at 5, because I know I had a date at 7. So I said, meet me at 5. I went, had the date. The girl came. I pulled out her chair. I got there early. I set the scene. I figured out where I wanted us to sit. I pulled out her chair. She sat down. We had a great date. When I do, guys, when you said you're gonna do something, you do it, right? So. We talk about like asserting yourself, being assertive in general, maintaining your masculinity, and doing what you say you're gonna do. So I invited this chick out for drinks. She said she was hungry. I said, by all means, order the food, but understand that I'll just be paying for the drinks. So everything went down. I let the waiter know she's doing the food, and I'll pay for the drinks. So that's how it worked, right? Then after that, and I set it up where we were by a little like lake situation. So after we had the drink and talked, we walked around the lake, and it was beautiful. And we were, she had her, we were hand in hand, walking, talking, flirting, this and that. Then I walked her back. Tom was coming for the 7 o'clock joint. So we were, I walked her back to her car. You know what I'm saying? We made out a little bit. It was nice. Boom, put her in a car, and then I'm on my way to my 7 o'clock joint. And I set it up in close proximity. So this is me asserting my masculine, setting up the scene, designing my scenario. And these are the things that you have to understand, guys. Like, you have to design your scenario. You can't let anything, change your scenario, stop your scenario. Like, I told this girl, I was like, look, by 6:45, I got to get out of here. And she was like, oh, you seem like a busy guy, and da-da-da-da-da. But she understood what she was dealing with. She understood she was dealing with a man. She followed my direction. We flirted, everything went down, and it was a great date. I got the emoji text and liked all this and that, back and forth on the text. So she had a great date. I had a great time with her. Everything was perfect. So now, 7 o'clock date, right? Another black female, right? Now, this story starts before where, because with me, on the day of the date, I always call around midday to reconfirm, to make sure we're still good. When I called her today, she was in a place that was very loud. And we were able to confirm the date, but she hung up on me abruptly. As if, I don't know what environment she was in. Like I said, it was very loud, but the fact is that she hung up on me abruptly. And I took that as a little sign. I was like, I don't really like that hanging up on me abruptly shit. You understand? Like, as a man, you have to understand that everybody has things that's important to them. Everybody, they make time for what's important to them. They do what's important to them, and they make choices according to what's important to them. Now, this chick hung up on me abruptly, and I saw that as a sign. I was like, all right, cool. It is what it is. She was in a loud environment. Maybe there was something going on where she had to get off the phone quick. So I took it as a sign, but I didn't let it. I didn't charge her just yet. Like, oh, she hung up on me abruptly, so fuck that. I'm not going on a date. No, still going on a date. Because it's like I said, she was in her environment. I don't know exactly what was going on, so I'm not gonna make any assumptions. But I did note it. I noted it that she hung up on me abruptly. Okay, so now, boom, 7 o'clock, and then she's late. She's 15 minutes late. And we're going to see a movie. We're going to see Queen and Slim. Good movie, by the way. I suggest you all check it out. I like the movie. I think it's a dope movie.
Right.
So she's 15 minutes late. But mind you, it's not a big issue because they do like 20 minutes of previews and trailers anyway. So we're not really missing the movie. So I'm not worried. Got the movie tickets. And she showed up. Right? So now, getting ready to walk into the movie theater. Oh, and mind you, the other chick, the first date, when I put my hand out for her to take my hand so we can walk, she takes my hand. Do you understand what I'm saying? When we're walking on the sidewalk, I let her know we need to switch because I walk with my female on the inside of the sidewalk. I walk with my woman on it. Whatever woman I'm with, I feel like as a man, it's my responsibility to gauge the scene. And in that space of time, I feel like as a man, I'm responsible for the female's safety and everything like that. So when we're walking, she's always on the inside. So when we cross the street, I switch positions. So now she's on the inside, so we go on the other side of the street, we switch positions again. And every time I instructed her, she was with it. She was with it. And thus, that was a successful date. You understand what I'm saying? Now, back to this. She shows up late. This is the 7 o'clock, the second date. She shows up late. I put my hand out to start walking into the movie theater. She says, I won't take your hand, but I'll do this. She says, I won't take your hand, but I'll do this. And she put her hand in mine, and then so we walk into the movie theater like this. I'm like, and I noted that too. So now, she hung up, when I called to confirm, she hung up on me abruptly. She was late, and then when I tried to take her hand to lead her into our situation, which was the movie that we agreed to see together, she gave me a little bit of resistance, but she still put her arm in mine, so cool, fine. We get into the movie theater now. The movie starts, and I put my hand for her to take my hand. I like to hold hands while watching movies. And a lot of y'all niggas might think, oh, Miles Cunningham is a simp nigga, he holding hands with bitches. It's not about that. What it's about is, it's about creating a connection, and it's about seeing where the female is at when it comes to connecting with you, when it comes to sharing space with you. You understand? That's what it's really about. It's actually a filter to see what's going on. Plus, I like doing it. I like doing it. And other than that, the movie Queen and Slim also kind of sets a sort of tone for like that kind of like, black love, connection, this, that, and the third. So everything in my mind is working that we're gonna hold hands in the movie. That's just how I work. That's how I set my scenario. Y'all niggas don't gotta do that. You could figure out other ways to set your scenario. I'm just telling you how I work. So I put my hand out, and Shorty says, "I'm not taking your hand." And I said, "Word?" I said, "How come?" She was like, "We're not there yet." And I said, "All right, cool. That's fine." So we're watching the movie. We finished watching the movie, and now this is like a plaza area. So now there's like a bar downstairs from the movie theater. So I said, "Hey, are you in a rush? You gotta leave now?" And she was like, "Nah, I got some time. We can hang out." And I said, "Cool. Let's go to the bar and get a drink and discuss the movie." So we make it into the bar. I walk over to a table, and I strategically chose this table because it's a table right up against the window, so you can still see outside. But if my back is against the window, which it's like a whole window wall. So if my back is against the wall, I can survey the room. I'm the type of dude that when I go any place like a restaurant or any type of establishment, and I'm sitting down, I like to sit facing the room, or at least seeing the entrances and the exits.
Right.
So if anything goes down, I know my plan of action. I know my exit strategies and all that type of shit. All right. Again, this is how I run my scenario. This is how I run my dates. This is how as a man, this is how I direct my situation. You understand what I'm saying? So I walk over to the table, and it's a table, like I said, it's against the wall, and you have 3 chairs and 1 table against the wall, right? So I pull out the chair that's at the head of the table, and I say, and I motion her to sit down, and she said, "Oh, I want to sit over there," and I was like, "Nah, sit here. This is the seat that I chose for you. Please sit here." And she's like, I don't really want to sit there." I said, "All right, listen. The way I do my thing is that I have to sit in a chair where I'm facing the room, in order to survey the room and to see and to always, be abreast of what's going on in the environment. I'm gonna have you sit here so we can sit together. You understand?" Right. So she said, "Well, can I sit in the other chair, which is on the opposite side of the table from where I told her to sit?" So that means I would be sitting on one side of the table, she would be sitting on the other side of the table. And I said, mind you, I'm pulling out her chair. I mean, we hear that this is what women ask for, right? They ask for you to be a gentleman. I'm standing there with my hands on the chair, pulled it out from under the table for her to sit down. And she's saying, "Nah, I don't want to sit there because I want to sit with my back against the wall so I can view the room too." And I say, and I said to her, I said, "Listen, you're with me, right? As far as being the masculine principle in the situation, I'm the one that's responsible for your safety. By you choosing not to sit in the chair that I chose for you, you're telling me in so many words that you don't actually trust, you don't trust me with your safety. You don't trust being with me. In other words, she's not comfortable, right? Now, again, like I told you guys, all of these things, is a filtration system, because these things show you if the chick is actually feeling you or not, if she's comfortable, if she's actually ready to accept your game, accept your masculine, accept who you are as a man and how you run shit. You understand what I'm saying? So like I said, I'm still standing there with the chair, and I'm like, I really need you to sit in this chair, right? And then she was like, "Well, I don't know," and she was like, then she started to get into, I'm not really comfortable with your tone and the way you're giving me these absolutes and these choices. And then that's when I realized that we were coming to an impasse. We were coming to a situation where either the date was going to continue or the date had to end. Because like I said, she hung up on me abruptly. She was late to the date. And then when I gave her my hand to take it so I can lead her into our situation, she didn't want to do it. And then fourthly, she claimed that she's not there yet, where she doesn't want to hold my hand while watching the movie. Okay, so that's 4 strikes already. That's 4 strikes already. Now I'm over here trying to be a gentleman in all of this, and she's still not submitting to the situation, right? So I said, so I let go of the chair, and I'm standing directly in front of her. I look her in the eye, and I said, give me your hands for just a second. So she put her hands in mine, and I hold her hands just like this. We're holding hands just like this. And I said to her, look, I'm giving you a choice. I said, if you sit in this chair, the date can continue. If you choose not to sit in this chair, the date cannot continue, because it doesn't work if I know that you don't actually trust me and you don't respect my masculine principle. And she said to me that she can't sit in the chair. And I said, the date is over. Have a good evening. And she left the establishment, and then I went to the bar and I had a drink, and they were playing a football game, and I ended up watching the football game. You understand what I'm saying? And I tell you guys this to tell you that you always hear me say it, never be afraid to lose a bitch. Never be afraid to lose a bitch. Now, and mind you, this bitch was bad. This bitch, I was so disappointed to charge this chick. So disappointed. She was beautiful. She was chocolate skin, beautiful. She had a nice rack. She had crazy hips, a fat ass, long legs. Beautiful, beautiful chick. You see what I'm saying? I was just like, damn. But what I'm trying to tell you guys is that it's more important for you to have a masculine principle. Hold on to your masculine principle. You understand what I'm saying? Don't be afraid to assert your masculine principle and run your game the way you know your game is supposed to be run. Don't friggin' fold for these chicks just because they're cute, just because they're good looking, just because you want the date to continue. The date doesn't have to continue. The date does not have to continue, because if she's not on your page, if she doesn't want to submit to you, if she doesn't want to respect you, if she doesn't want to follow your instructions, and like I said, I repeat, I was being a gentleman. You understand what I'm saying? There's a level of thoughtfulness that goes with how I run my game. I'm not just telling you to sit here just because it's some arbitrary seat. I want you to sit near me, but I also want my back to the wall so I can pay attention to the space to make sure both of our I'm paying attention for both of our safety. You see what I'm saying? All these things are thought about. And if she can't respect that, then her whole perspective is whack. You understand what I'm saying? In the words of the mighty Jay-Z. You see what I'm saying? It's very important that you guys understand this. It's very important that you guys understand that your principles are important. When you have certain principles and you command respect, you can't fold on that stuff. You can't just say, "Oh well, she's cute, so I'm just gonna let her do what she wants to do." At that point, see, because it's so many examples of her already not respecting me. That was my last stand. You understand what I'm saying? That was my last situation where I was gonna tolerate disrespect. You understand what I'm saying? Because again, to go back again, hung up on me abruptly during the confirmation. Late. She was late. She didn't want to submit to leadership. And that stuff it's not really a big deal, but it's something that you have to set a precedence for early, so the chick understands who she's dealing with, right? And then and the crazy part is, to give you a little bit of backstory, when I bagged the chick, when I bagged her, I had like a small little interaction with her. She was with her friends. I pulled up on all 3 of her friends, and I asked all of them a general question. 2 of her friends ignored me, but she started talking to me. So obviously, she saw something that she liked. And then I was sitting in a seat next to her friends, and she walked over to my seat and started speaking to me directly, right? And then after that, I think her friend had bought her a drink, or she was already waiting for the drink. And when she got her drink, I had got my drink, and then I had took her over to a space away from her friends to talk with her. You understand? And during this time, we was talking. I had my hand on her leg. I was, creating touch. We was talking, and the funny part is she was telling me how she really liked the way I approached her. She liked my style. And she was saying that a lot of guys don't do this type of stuff anymore. And by that time, I had already, got her number and set up the date for us to meet today. You understand what I'm saying? So she was like, she gave me the impression that she was totally impressed and, she was intrigued and all of these things. You understand what I'm saying? So it was my assumption that she was with it, that we were on the same page. But when the date actually came, she showed her hand in a lot of different ways that she wasn't on the date. She wasn't on the same page as I was. You understand what I'm saying? So I need y'all to understand that, like, as a man, these things have to be, like you have to have a design in your brain. You understand what I'm saying? You have to know, look, this is what I want to happen. Like, for example, I told you guys before that when I have dates, if I have the time, I show up to the place that I invited the girl to, like maybe 10, 15 minutes before the time, to look around and find the best seat to create the environment and the atmosphere that I want to create, because it's my date. A lot of people think it's just enough to invite someone out, but as a man, I like to take my shit to another level of thoughtfulness where I'm planning this shit out. I'm looking around. I'm seeing the environment. Like, I'm saying, look, I want us to sit there, because it's closer to the fireplace, or it's closer to the fountain, and it's a little bit, it might be a little bit more romantic. Like, all of these things I think about. You understand? And I put value on that thoughtfulness. You understand? And if I find a female that can't, submit or even see the value in that type of thoughtfulness, then I have to charge her. And so it's something that I wanted to just let you guys know, like, bro, like, it's not a game out here. It's not a game out here. It's not just a simple, oh, well, I'm inviting you out and all you got to do is just show up and look pretty. You understand what I'm saying? I need you to show up, look pretty, and also be a woman. Be in your feminine. Because I'm definitely going to be in my masculine. And the only way you're going to really see the full extent of my masculine is if you're in your feminine. What happens with a lot of these females these days is that they feel like they're competing with a man. It's sad, but they don't trust what a man has to offer. They don't value what a man has to offer. Because imagine, I explain to the chick. I shouldn't really be explaining. Because once I pull out your chair, you should sit, and then I sit down. That's how it works. See, chivalry. A lot of. If you want to go back to the code of chivalry, chivalry started with knights. You understand? Chivalry started with knights. Knights are protectors of the kingdom. That's what knights do. Knights are basically soldiers. You understand? That's what chivalry is. Chivalry was a warrior protecting, the kingdom. And in this case, if you're a warrior, if you're a man, if you're masculine and you're in touch with your masculine, you're there to protect the feminine. You're there to protect the female that you're on a date with. So it's never just as simple as just being out with a chick. You understand what I'm saying? I'm a provider and a protector. You understand? And in this situation, I'm providing you the atmosphere, I'm providing you the drinks, and I'm also your protector. So when I explained to her, I need to put my back to the wall so I can survey the room to ensure my safety and also your safety. And she tells me that she also wants to have her back to the wall so she can survey the room as well. That is direct competition with the masculine. You understand what I'm saying? That is direct competition with the masculine. And that is something, that is an indicator that the relationship is not going to work because you're not on the same page. You understand what I'm saying? You're not on the same page. For her to because here it is. I need you to fully enjoy yourself. And I invited you out to spend time with me. You understand what I'm saying? So I need to pay attention to you, but I also need to pay attention to you because I'm a lover. I'm interested in you, right? But I'm also a warrior and a protector, so I need to pay attention to the room. That's my job. Your job is to get to know me as a man and make a choice as to whether I'm the type of man that you can submit to as a female. You understand what I'm saying? Now, I got all my thoughtfulness, all of my thoughtful plans and scenarios popping, and you're telling me, well, you need to put your back to the wall so you can survey the room too. So what the fuck are we doing if we both surveying the room? If I'm a warrior, a provider, and a protector, and you trying to do the same shit that I'm doing, what the fuck are we doing on this date? We're just two warriors, providers, and protectors on a date. If that's the case, I could just go out with my mans. I could just go out for a drink with the fellas. You see what I'm saying? It's a dynamic that we have to pay attention to. Where if you're masculine, if you're an actual man, if you're doing these things, it's not a game, and it's not something to be toyed with. It's not something that is frivolous. And again, like I was saying before, it's also it's a filter. It's a filter because, like I said, I had 2 dates tonight. My first date was with a feminine woman, very, very feminine. Everything I instructed her to do, she did it with no problem. I think there was one time when I asked her to switch when we was on the sidewalk, and she did it. She did it. But then after she switched, after I told her to switch, then she asked me. She was like, "Oh, that's interesting. What is that about?" Right? But she still, even though she didn't understand it, she knew enough to listen to me first and follow my direction first, and then question, then ask. And she only asked for general knowledge. She didn't ask because she was trying to analyze what the fuck I was doing or trying to, validate or put, qualify what I was doing. Because I'm not here for that. I'm a fucking man. You're a woman. You don't validate me at all. I validate me. I set my scenario. I set what's going on. Not to say that you're not important, but you're with me. You're with me. I'm not with you. Remember how the dichotomy is. The dichotomy says that I have to be the one to invite you out. I have to be the one to approach you. So therefore, I am responsible for the scenario. I am responsible for everything that's going on. You understand what I'm saying? So me being the warrior, the provider, and the protector, I'm responsible for your safety. And if you agree to go out with me, that's what you're agreeing to, whether you know it or not. So there's no room for the both of us to be providers and protectors. You understand? Unless you say, hey, I'm not on that page with you, so let's go Dutch, or let me pay for myself because I'm just an independent female, and I'm not. Don't agree to go out with a man, and I mean that when I say it. Don't agree to go out with a man if you're still trying to compete with him. If you still think that you're a protector and a provider. You understand what I'm saying? We're not gonna do that. As me as a man, I don't do that type of shit, man. I don't do that type of shit. Like I said, I'm very thoughtful when it comes to these dates, and a lot of brain work goes into it. It's not a simple thing for me. You understand what I'm saying? And I take a lot of pride in that shit, and I will let no woman take me off of my shit. None. Let me see who's calling. Yo,
this is Miles.
Yo, what's going on, bro?
Yo, what's up with you, man? I'm glad you made this video. I'm glad you're making this video on black women are single, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, honestly, it's not really. We did that really on some clickbait shit. Oh shit. Let me see. Yeah, hello.
Yo, you hear me now, Miles?
Yeah. I was saying that.
Yeah.
It's. I mean, I just so happened to have a date with 2 black women. You understand? And so
right.
and I like black women. I like all women, but I see that there's a lot of issues with black women where they try to compete with men. So that's kind of why, and on top of that, we knew it would get attention. That's why we kind of named it that. But it's really for all women, bro. Like, because a lot of these females out here, it's hard for them to really trust the masculine principle, and they're competing with us, and it's no good. It doesn't make for a healthy relationship.
Right. No, I agree. I mean, I really do. It's just the fact that, for me, it's like, I'm always getting, like, choosing signals from black women where I feel like they're so easier to get in my eyes.
Right.
Whereas white women don't really give you as much choosing signals because they want you to kind of approach them in a way.
Right.
But they're willing to submit more. And that's what I found out. That's what I figured out by testing more of the white women. So I prefer them over the black women. Don't get me wrong. There's not a lot of Dre Michelle's running around here.
Right.
You know what I mean? You know who Dre Michelle is, right?
Yeah, I do. That's a bad bitch.
Like exactly. That's like a wifey kind of material chick. Yeah, there was more of those. You know what I mean? Then my ship would probably change over.
Right.
You know what I mean? But there's probably a lot in Georgia or Atlanta. Have you been to Atlanta or no?
I've been through there. I visited some friends out there. I've been through there.
How are the women out there?
They freaky as shit. I'll tell you that much. There's a lot of freaky black women, especially the older ones, like the ones in they like 35 and up. Like it's a lot of freak bitches out there, bro.
Oh man, I bet they want some youngins. They want some young blood in them too, huh?
Exactly. It's exact. That's really what it is.
Yeah.
But did you have like a question or anything?
No, I did. Yeah. When you was telling your story.
Yeah.
About, the chick on the date. I'm thinking like, damn, Miles is like, yo, the way you be, you're a little harder than Locario and shit. Locario has a higher tolerance. But I'm like, damn. I'm thinking you would have like been charging when she hung up and you fucking.
But my nigga, I ain't gonna lie to you. I've been trying to turn over a new leaf, and I've been. See, that's the thing. Lately, I've been giving it a little bit more tolerance because I realized that not everybody is like advanced.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? A lot of these chicks. Look, they'll tell you so many things about these females today that they're so smart and strong and independent and all these things, and you think that they're with it. You understand what I'm saying? But the truth is, a lot of them are not. You understand? So that's why I gave the chick so many chances. But the point I was making is that I noticed them. You understand?
Right.
Because there's a difference between just her making one mistake and then charging her, and then me looking at the whole entire situation and then noting it and being aware and then giving her a chance. Because bro, that's when I told you, that's when I took her hand. You understand what I'm saying? And I literally gave her a chance and I gave her a choice. I gave her a choice and I said to her, I said, listen, if you choose not to sit in this chair, the date has to be over. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's not gonna work with me that way. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And that was a result of all of it. You understand what I'm saying? It was a cumulative result of all the things that had happened. You know, and she probably didn't even notice it. But the point I was trying to make is that, a lot of dudes just take like one or two instances of disrespect and let it go. But I was actually trying to teach this woman something. You understand what I'm saying? Like, look, when you reach a level of masculinity and self-identity and self-awareness, you start to understand that not everybody is as with it or as intelligent in a space as you are. And because of that, a lot of the responsibility falls on you to kind of be a teacher, to actually lead by example. You understand what I'm saying?
Right, no, I agree. That's why you're the man. You're supposed to lead and direct. Right?
Exactly. And that's what I was trying to do, and that's why I took the time to actually talk to her about the importance of her following my direction and sitting in the seat. And she couldn't get past her own desire to want to compete with me. You understand what I'm saying?
Right, I felt like her giving you a hard time would have been like, oh, this chick is actually really about to be on shit. I think the old Miles would have been charged her.
I would have been charged her, bro. I would have been charged her. That 15 minutes late shit, son. That 15 minutes late shit, I would have been went home, bro. I would have been went home. Trust me. You know what I'm saying?
You being nice like Locario, man. You gotta get back to that.
But see, no, but again, but see that little bit of tolerance is what gets you more bitches. You understand what I'm saying? That little bit of tolerance is what gets, because like I said, these chicks are not as smart as you think. So you have to, in a sort of kind of way, you have to treat them like children. You have to be the bigger person, so to speak. You understand what I'm saying?
Right, that's
right. And she kind of wasn't making it super easy, and it's kind of like, damn. What was I about to say? Yeah, she wasn't making it that easy, and it's like, oh fuck. Oh, now I'm gonna try to, spoon feed her a little bit and see if she actually listens.
Right.
That me holding her hand and shit. Now, okay, boom.
Right.
Now she really not cooperating. So you gave her.
Right.
I mean, I think you handled it right and had to charge her at the end of the day. I know, because she was bad.
Yo, she was bad. I'm not gonna lie. She was a bad. Like.
Right. She was bad though.
She was bad, son. Like her body was sick. I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro.
And see, the thing is, you gotta understand something with a lot of these women in these situations is you have to understand some women, they want to control situations.
Right.
You understand? Like even last night, we were at this the spot, and I was talking to this lady, and she was telling me she had a boyfriend or whatever, and he was some she told me he was some nerdy lame type of dude, right? But she liked him because she liked being in control. You feel what I'm saying? And so what happens is that some of these women, they got to understand that in order for them to get a man, and in order for you to be with some of these women, right, they have to learn how to let go. You understand? If a woman can't let go, that means that she's not going to be able to get that dude or get a man, and then you're not going to be able to deal with that woman. So the more masculine you are, right, you're not going to be able to deal with a woman who's masculine. Because if a woman's masculine and you're masculine, that's not going to work. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, not at all. That's
Period.
Oh yeah, she's done. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
She has to submit. Oh yeah.
Right. You see what I'm saying? There has to be a balance. So the thing is, you have some women who they're comfortable in their routine of dealing with men who are gonna bow down and kowtow to them. You see what I'm saying? So when they meet a guy who's like an actual masculine dude, they're not with that. So they'll automatically try to sort of be very uncooperative. Because when you told the chick to sit down, right? She didn't really have an issue with not sitting there. She had an issue with following a man's directions and instructions. Right. That's all that was. You gotta understand that. So with those type of women, you have to understand that you gotta charge them to the game. Period. You understand? Like there's nothing else you can do with them, because even though they're fucking hot, you can be like, damn, she look good physically. She her body's crazy, all that shit. But you have to charge her ass to the game ASAP, because there's nothing you can do with her. You understand what I'm saying? It's like a waste. You know what I mean? Like it's a waste of good skin. You feel what I mean? Like it's just a fucking waste. So whenever you guys are dealing with chicks like that, understand that there's nothing left to do but charge her to the game. You understand what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, I don't care how bad she is. She could be hotter than the fucking sun.
Right. You see what I'm saying?
That's the crazy part. And go ahead.
No, I was just saying that the reason why it's like important that I charge a chick like that is because I'm getting such cooperation from other chicks, bro. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I just said, like this was the perfect night, and this is the reason why we even decided to do this shit, because I had the perfect situation where I can juxtapose the two attitudes. The girl who was feminine had a great time. She had a great, literally, if I wanted to, I could go into my phone and show y'all the fucking, I had a great time text that a chick sends to a nigga after a great date. You understand what I'm saying? And then, meanwhile, the other chick who's masculine and competing with me, she got dismissed. You understand what I'm saying? And I even told Locario. I said I like this girl. The girl that I charged. When I met her Thursday, I was talking to Locario and I was telling him, it's funny, but she speaks kind of loud. Do you understand? She speaks very loud. And I noticed that. And these are the things that I want to make you guys understand, that these are things that you need to be aware of when you're talking to women. You shouldn't be all nervous and worried. You should be paying attention to what's going on so you can notice these things. Because I told Locario early on, I said, this girl, she speaks very loudly. And didn't I tell you, I was like, that's a masculine trait.
Right, exactly.
For you to be speaking so loud. Like we was in another situation. We was at this restaurant, and there was a group of 7 people, and there were 5 men at the table and 2 women. And there was this one chick, you heard her voice over all of the people at the table. And I'm like, see, a real woman, like a female can do whatever the fuck she want. Me too, all this dumb shit that these females are doing these days. Do what y'all want. But if you're a woman, you look around and mind you, she was the most attractive out of the two females. She was the most attractive female, and she kept talking and talking, and not just talking, but talking very loud. And a real woman will understand that. The main reason why people are paying attention to me right now is because I'm good looking, not because what I'm saying has that much importance. So maybe I need to shut my fucking mouth and actually listen, so I can learn something from the fucking 5 men that's at this table. Of course I can engage in it. Nobody's telling you to shut the fuck up, but engage in a conversation. Why are you talking so loud, and why are you the only one talking? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Right.
Because 80% of the reason why they're letting you talk is because you're the one with the pretty face and the fat ass, not because of any other reason. But because you're a female and not a woman, you don't even know that.
That's what it is. That's what it is, man.
Your looks only go so far, man. Your looks can only get you so far.
Right.
And question for you, Locario. You talking about? I think I was watching one of your videos with you and Miles live stream. You talking about Russell Wilson, him simping and shit, and Sierra's still fucking with Future. But you talked about having that balance. What do you mean as far as having that balance as a man in a relationship?
As far as what?
As far as you say, you have to be an alpha, but with beta traits or something like that. You was talking about?
Well, shout out to Alan Roger Curry, because I've heard Alan Roger Curry speak on that. And the thing is that when you're in a relationship with a woman, right, and you're dealing with a woman, in order for that relationship to work, you're right, or in order for you to be that guy she wants to really be with and she respects or whatever, you have to have that alpha male energy. But at the same time, you're gonna still have beta traits, because you need to have beta traits to actually get along with a woman. You understand? Let me break this down for you guys. If you're a total alpha male type of dude, it's going to be hard for you to be in a relationship. Right. You understand? Right. Like I feel like Miles sometimes has that total alpha male energy. Like for example, I was on the phone with my wife yesterday, and we were going back and forth on some shit. And so Miles is like, "Listen, if that was me, I just tell her, listen, this is what it is. Chill the fuck out.
And hang up the phone.
Conversation done.
Done.
Right.
Out of here.
You see what I'm saying? But see, the thing is, when you're dealing with a chick on a long-term basis, and I'm sure even when you was with your ex, like there's times where you're gonna have to set aside that total alpha male energy,
right? And
you're gonna have to have that beta energy to be able to interact with her.
Okay. I'm gonna clarify it just a little bit so we don't have to use the beta term.
Right.
What like I was saying to you is that what you really have to do is you have to come down to their level. You understand? It's not necessarily being beta, but sometimes you have to come down to their level so you can explain shit to them. And in a certain type of way, that ends up being what we call a beta trait. But what it really is it's like have you ever spoke to a 3-year-old kid and you kind of like kneel down so you can be eye to eye with them and you can talk to them and relate to them?
Right.
Right, yeah.
That's kind of what I'm talking about, where because you're standing tall, you're towering over this 3-year-old, but if you want to actually communicate with a 3-year-old, it makes more sense to the 3-year-old if you stoop down to their level so you can be at eye level with them and you can talk to them. You understand what I'm saying? So it's the same kind of thing. And I know if women are listening to this, they're like, "Oh, so what you mean? You stooping down to our level?"
Right.
Well, yes, we are. Yes, we are.
Because what you gotta understand is,
to a certain extent, yeah.
Right. Because this is what you gotta understand. As when you're an alpha male type of dude, right? And you are like just totally like I'm on some alpha male shit. You don't give a fuck about women shit. You understand what I'm saying? Meaning that when a chick is like all you care about is what the woman is doing in reference to what you want to do. And you hear us talk about this all the time. The woman has to be doing what you're trying to do, following what you want to do and all that. That's the alpha energy. But what happens is that if it's 100% that, right?
Right.
You totally disregard the chick.
Right.
And so it's hard to be in a relationship if you totally disregard the chick.
Right.
But see, most men have that sort of alpha energy. Whenever you feel like you don't want to sort of deal with the chick on any level that she's trying to deal with you, that's your alpha energy. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, you ever be chilling with a chick and she want to talk to you about something, but you don't want to hear what the fuck she talking about? That's your alpha energy. You talking to a chick and she starts telling you about a whole bunch of shit, and all you want to do is watch the game, but she's doing this, and you just want to tell her to shut the fuck up. That's alpha energy. Yeah. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Wow.
Right.
But see, you can't. If you're like that 100% of the time, it's damn near impossible to be in a relationship.
And that's the key, to be in a relationship, because an alpha dude can date around and have options and fuck many girls and deal with many girls, because when the date is over, it's over. I'm being alpha and she's just admiring my alpha, and then once the date is over, it's over. Right. But when you're in a relationship and it's day in, day out, y'all gotta pay bills, y'all gotta talk, communicate, compromise, this, that, and the third.
Right.
That's when you have to tone it down a little bit and say, okay, well, I'm gonna deal with you on your level just so we can resolve this issue. Right? But when this issue is done, I'm back to my alpha shit.
Right.
And you gotta fall back.
It's kind of like this. They've actually done studies that said that when a man is either married or when he's around like kids or he's holding a baby and shit, his testosterone levels decrease. You understand?
Right.
So what happens is that when you're in those situations with a woman and you're interacting with her, a lot of times women will want you. You ever? And some of you probably have noticed this or felt this way. You ever be chilling with a woman and she tells you? It seems like she's telling you that you're wrong for being a man. You understand what I'm saying? Meaning, like, you understand, like, she'll be like, oh, but why do you have to deal with all these girls? Like, why do you got to look at women like they're objects and blah, blah, blah. It's like, because I'm a fucking man. You understand what I'm saying? But they'll try to shame you or feel a certain type of way because as women, that's how they think and that's how they are. And that's how women are more like, people pleasers generally because they have to do that to survive. You understand what I'm saying? So that's their energy. So they're just coming at you with their sort of thought process and energy. You see what I'm saying? And it feels like they're sort of like shaming you or mad at you for being a dude. You see what I mean? And then you start to feel a certain type of way, like, damn, oh, maybe I should not stare at the girl's ass. Maybe that is disrespectful. You start thinking this shit because that's your beta. Or, you know what I'm saying? Starting to, you see what I mean?
Right.
But the thing is, in order to get along with a woman, right? In a relationship.
Right.
You actually, like Miles was saying, you have to come down to their level in order for y'all to communicate and to relate. Because for you as a man, most of the shit that you, that she cares about, you don't. You understand what I'm saying? Straight like that. Like I was talking about this on the Bad Boy show today that I did. I was basically saying that for a woman, certain things are more important or special than it is for you. You understand what I'm saying? So, like for example, like let's say if you went to like a restaurant with your girlfriend, right? And y'all always go to this restaurant, right? Now, let's say you and your girl broke up, but y'all still cool, y'all still friends. And then you tell her, hey, I went on a date with this girl and I took her to that restaurant we used to go to. Your ex-girl is going to feel a certain type of way about that. Like, you took her to our restaurant and you just telling her, like, yo, I just want to get something to eat. It don't even make a difference. Like, the restaurant was there. I wanted some steak and then we had some food. It don't matter to me. You see what I'm saying? But to them, it matters because that's special to them. You see what I'm saying? But see what I'm saying is that it's two different energies. For us, we're just trying to get some fucking steak. For her, it's like you took her to our restaurant. That means something. That must mean you love her and all that other dumb shit. You see what I'm saying? And so when you're dealing with chicks, understand, or if you want to be in a relationship with a woman, understand that there's certain things that are going to not feel natural for you in order for you to keep the situation going. You see what I'm saying? Just like if you have a wife and kids or whatever, there's a lot of shit you're gonna do that's not going to feel natural to you because you would rather go with your boys to fucking, bike week and holler at some chicks. But you got to stay home and watch your daughter and deal with your wife. You feel what I'm saying? And be that guy for them in order for shit to go down. Right. You see what I'm saying? Well, and that's what it is.
Man,
you know what I mean?
That's why I don't want no kids, Locario. You fucking right about that.
So that's why I don't want no kids.
Nah, man. I thought about getting a vasectomy, man. I'm trying to.
Right. That's crazy. But yeah, that's what it is, man.
It's scary, man.
But this is what I'm saying. You gotta know how to be able to and this is a part of manhood, is that you needed to know how to be able to move and shake in those situations. You understand what I'm saying? You have to know how to do this. Mm-hmm. You see what I mean? This is why, this is what you got to understand. And this is why I try to stress to people how important your value is as a man.
Right.
You got to understand that most women are not savvy enough to be able to move and shake like us. This is why we're the ones who lead. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, for example, we was out the other night and we walked into this bar and we rolled up on these two chicks. You understand what I'm saying? Or it was like 3 girls or whatever. And one of the girls had this stink-ass attitude. And I looked at her and I was like, yo, why are you mad at the world? What's good with you? And she was like, oh, well, you just interrupted our conversation. Now, I have never in my fucking life been chilling with my boys or anybody else I'm chilling with at an event or something, and someone comes into the conversation. I have never once in my fucking life said, excuse me, you're interrupting our conversation to anyone. When a new person comes in a conversation in public, because I'm in a public space, I'm like, hey, how's it going? Who are you? Come and join us, right? But women, because if they're not attracted to you or they don't want to talk to you for whatever reason, attitude.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And disrespect.
That's why they ain't shit.
You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. And so as a man, you have a different type of energy. And this is why it's easy for men to be able to actually get relationships if they want, because this is what women want from us, and they're just like trying to make that happen just in general. Right. But even beyond that, we have to, as men, we have to learn how to move and shake in different situations. Right. So we're brought up that way.
Right. We can adapt.
Right.
So if somebody comes in and joins the conversation, we can adapt to a new person in the conversation with no problem.
Right.
But not the female.
Right. You see what I'm saying?
You're interrupting our
conversation. It doesn't matter that we're in a public place and there are people around. We're having a private conversation in public.
Take your punk ass home and talk over there. Now, if you're sitting in your house and some stranger walks in and, hey, what you guys talking about? Then you can have a problem. You know what I'm saying? Come on now.
Right.
Come on now.
But that's the thing. You see what I'm saying? That's the thing. And so...
Oh, and it just so happened that the bitch with the attitude was the most attractive one.
Right.
That doesn't shock me at all, man.
Right.
That does not. Well, so what happened? You guys end up getting at him or no?
What? Say that again?
Did you guys end up talking to him or no?
Oh no! Soon as I saw the attitude, nigga, I ignored her right then and there. I was like, we're done. Like I didn't even acknowledge her. I kept talking to her friend for a little bit, but I totally ignored her ass because I don't. Whenever a woman is showing any type of disrespect, which what that is, right. Because when a person talks to you, the respectful thing to do is acknowledge them. Right. You see what I'm saying? So she was already being disrespectful. So I basically ignored her ass after I said, yo, this chick she mad at life. What's good with you, whatever. And I started talking to her friend. And then I just went to the bartender, got a drink, and then we moved on. You feel what I'm saying? But what I'm saying to you guys is that understand that this is something that you're going to have to learn how to deal with, especially when you're dealing with women. You see what I'm saying? Knowing how to relate to women, it takes for you to understand yourself fully as a man.
Exactly.
You see what I mean?
Exactly.
And so even what Miles was talking about earlier with his date and what happened in that situation, Miles understood that he had to charge this girl to the game. It's not that he wanted to.
I didn't want to.
He had to.
Yeah, exactly.
You understand what I'm saying?
I had to.
He had to. You see what I mean? And this is what you got to understand is that, K-Zag and 20 in the building, what's popping, bro? what you gotta understand is sometimes you're gonna have to do something in a situation even though you don't want to.
It's good, King.
You see what I'm saying? Even though you don't want to. It's just like, you ever see one of those gangster movies where the dude finds out his friend betrayed him and he got a gun pointed to his friend's face and the tears coming out his eye, but he has to shoot this nigga. You feel what I'm saying? That's how it happens in a game where you're gonna be with women that you really fucking like, but you have to get rid of them. You understand what I'm saying? Because they disrespected you to the point where they have to go. Because even if you try to still fuck with them, they're not gonna respect you anyway, and the relationship's gonna fizzle out quickly anyway.
Right.
So you're just you're stopping the inevitable.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? It's almost like, when you're fucking picking apples or picking fruit or whatever, and then one of them is spoiled and you just gotta throw that shit away. That's what happens when you deal with chicks. Certain women, you have to throw them away, for lack of a better word. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Because there's nothing left there for that's useful.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
And it's also you're actually doing her a favor.
Right.
Right? Because what will happen for a lot of dudes is that just because she's attractive and they want the date to continue and they think they might get some pussy or whatever, they let this shit slide. You understand?
Right.
They don't even think about the shit. Like I told you, 4 things happened that showed disrespect, and I was aware of them and I noted them.
Right.
But I gave her the choice with the chair. That's when I gave her the choice. You understand? But things like this need to happen to chicks like that, so she can see that there are different kinds of niggas out here.
Right, exactly.
That there's some fuck niggas out here. There's some niggas that's just gonna invite you to their house to Netflix and chill and that's it. And niggas that's not really doing shit, niggas that's not really about shit. But the next time she deals with a nigga like me, trust me, she will think about it.
Right.
And mind you, she still has my number. I wouldn't be surprised if in a couple of days she fucking called me.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right, exactly.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Right.
Because I'm telling you, this is probably something that she never fucking dealt with before in her sexy ass life.
Right.
Do you understand? Because every nigga she ever fucked with did let her do whatever she wanted to do, finally got her in bed, and then never talked to her the next fucking day.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
So she's looking around like, oh, fuck men, and I don't respect men, and I don't have to. No, but fucking with a nigga like me, you have to respect men. You understand me? Because I'm the type of nigga. I'm not no fucking dump MGTOW, but still fucking and dumping. What is it?
Pump and dump.
I'm not a pump and dump type of nigga. Usually when a bitch is blessed to receive my dick, she wants to ride it again.
Right.
So I don't pump and dump. I never pump and dump. You understand? But you have to respect my masculine principle though. You're not just gonna come and enjoy this dick and not respect it. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what you won't do, bitch. You see what I'm saying? You have to respect it. The respect comes along with the because a lot of we've said this before, but sex is another form of attention. Fucking a girl is attention. You're giving her attention. Do you understand what I'm saying? A lot of people love to act like when you have sex, it's the woman giving the man something. Truthfully, it's the man giving the woman something. Truthfully, because when it comes to the physical act, I would say that it's a fair exchange. But if you look at it in the context of attention, the man is giving a lot of attention to this bitch. Just the fact that I'm keeping my dick hard so you can, even if she's riding you, I'm keeping my dick hard so you can ride the shit. Right. I'm giving you attention. I'm giving you something. Other than the fact that there's a dick inside of you making your vagina feel good, you also feel good that there is a man giving you his time and his fucking energy. You see what I'm saying? Remember, that is a woman's number one fucking commodity out here. Attention. And at the point where I gave this chick a choice tonight, and I said, listen, you have to make a choice. And your choice is going to dictate whether this date continues or not. Your choice is going to dictate whether I give you any more of my time and attention. And she made her choice. She had to go. Because you're not going to get my attention for free. You at least have to show me some respect. You see what I'm saying?
That's some real shit.
That's a whole fact. This is about as deep as hell.
That's some real shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We set the whole thing. We put in the work. It's all us, man.
That's what up. That's what's up. But yo, man, I appreciate the call, my brother. All right.
Peace.
I appreciate you, brothers, man.
All right, man. Take it easy. Have a great week.
Peace. All right, we got 233 people watching.
Nice.
Make sure you guys get the likes up. You feel what I'm saying? You understand? Make sure you guys get the likes up. Costa said Miles should be making videos. Miles has a channel. Go to Miles Cunningham
Yo, I
channel.
was thinking maybe I should just start like putting my videos on your channel because it's like nobody's really. I got a few subscribers, thank y'all, but
Nah, but yeah, but we can do that.
Ain't nobody fucking with my shit like that.
Yo, what's poppin'? Who's this?
Hey, what's up, Locario, Miles from Cunningham? It's
What's
Zach
up, man?
from Seattle. How you doing?
Chilling.
All right, so Miles Cunningham, like you already know, you always have great stances on your topics. Like I always love hearing you talk. But one thing that you did say, like about you, like just trying to like force, like you weren't forcing, but like like trying to give her a choice on whether like she's supposed to be cooperative, like whether she wants to be cooperative or not.
Yeah.
Like a person like me, I'm the type of person where, just from my experience, me like trying to force a person into doing what I want them to do just never ends up going how I expect it to. You know what I'm saying? And I'm the type of person where I have like a stance like Locario, where if I sense the woman being uncooperative, I'm just gonna get up and say, "Have a nice evening, lady." You know what I'm saying? Because I just feel like me even trying to force her to act how, like, she should just naturally be submissive. She should naturally be, like, that's not something I should even have to tell her. And another thing too, I was in Dallas because I'm visiting my dad in New York for a couple of days, and I had a connecting flight in Dallas, right? So I was speaking to this African black woman. I think she was from Kenya, and the way how she was able to articulate herself and talk, and I also noticed how she leaned to the left side of her body. And since I've taken yoga, like I noticed that, like my yoga instructor told me, like left represents feminine and right represents masculine. And the way how she's so just very submissive, just very respectful, just very feminine. Like like if you ever look at a woman, she leans like on her left, she's very feminine, and that's what I'm saying. Like I used to have like this whole mindset of me and black women, American black women. Like no, like I never date a black chick. But it wasn't until I started like going across the country and like going to just different places where like I just noticed like how much ignorance like I've been planted in my mind. And like there are beautiful black women who are very submissive. And she didn't have any weave. She didn't have any like. She only had like 2 braids in the head, but she didn't have any makeup. She had very beautiful toned skin and everything. Mm-hmm. So like like exposing yourself to different environments is very crucial. Because like I just noticed, man, like there's just so much out there, and I just encourage people to like don't subject yourself like to one like place in your life, because you'll end up like me for a long time. I just had this ignorance about black chicks, and it wasn't like it wasn't until I started traveling that I started to like grow like mentally, spiritually, and I got rid of the ignorance. But it was because of people like Locario, it was because of people like Miles Cunningham that gave me the ability to critically think. You know what I'm saying? And another thing too, American black women out of any other race have the most cases of breast cancer. You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, like, and another thing my yoga instructor taught me was, right, like, women can do as much as men can do. Like, biologically, like, women have a higher pain threshold than men. That's number one.
Right.
They bleed 7 days per month. So
they give birth, which is a lot of pain, yes.
That's what I'm saying. So if women bleed out of their pussy 7 days per month. So she lives up to age 65. She bled out of her pussy 5,000 times.
Dang.
And she was pregnant. And she was pregnant. That's all of the hormone imbalance. So women, everything is maternal. Like women are physically stronger than men, whether you want to accept it or not. They have a higher pain threshold than us. But American black women, like there's just been like this stigma attached where they have to be strong, and it's because of circumstances, right? So you have a father that was molesting them around 3-4 years old, or you have the father or the deadbeat that wasn't around, right? And this is why, like my aunt, right? My aunt is 80 years old, and she never retired from work. She's working since she was like 15 years old. She has breast cancer. You know, my mother, she died when I was 10, but she was 32 when she passed away. She died from breast cancer. My you know what I'm saying? Like my grandmother, she's a black woman. She used to smoke a lot of cigarettes, but because I took yoga, like she's been having, like she needed to put up this strong presence of being strong so she couldn't look vulnerable. So she's always leaning on the right side of her body. You know what I'm saying? And I notice when I like speak to like black women from like different countries, like you know Africa, like you know like in Guyana, like from Africa, or like when I speak to the Russian black women, like they're always leaning to their left. And when I just speak to women like from other races, you know, like I don't like you don't see that you.
You still there?
You know what I'm saying? Like they're just naturally doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like it's crazy.
Right.
Now, he's like you speaking some facts there, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, and it's you know, the thing is I think at the end of the day, people need to understand why shit is the way it is. You understand what I'm saying? And why people are acting the way they're acting. You know what I mean? Because, you know, the title of the show, we talking about, you know, why black women are single. And, you know, there's... And see, this is the thing that people don't want to talk about, but this is what it really is. They're, like, black people have gone through so much shit. Trauma and shit. That we're really sick in the head. You understand what I'm saying? Like so, and especially so when we talk about dealing with women, and black women, you know, and again I'm generalizing. You have to understand that black women are coming from a space where, you know, generations upon generations seeing their men emasculated, and until this day. So therefore, they're going to sort of, you know, already have they're going to toughen up, you understand, to balance out that, you know, emasculation. You see what I mean? And so this is why you'll have this dude on a date with a chick, and she is having a hard time dealing with a masculine dude. You understand what I'm saying? A masculine black man, because she's not used to that shit. Her comfort zone, you know what I'm saying, is some other shit. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? And that's just how shit goes down. You know what I'm saying? But yo, man, I appreciate the call, my brother. You gotta get a few more of these. All right, man, I'm gonna holla. All right.
Okay, dude.
Peace. Yeah, man. It's crazy out here, man. It's crazy out here. You know what I'm saying? And I want you guys to understand that you're going to have to fucking, you know, be able to learn how to deal with this shit. Yeah, what's going on? You
hear me?
Yeah, what's poppin'? What's going on?
Oh, okay. I have a few questions. All right, so one is how are you going to, like, do you think she was trying to test your balls and you didn't pass it? And the second thing I want to ask is, how are you going to actually try to be like alpha male? Then actually, how are you going to actually be nice or do like beta male stuff? Then the next date you want to actually be an alpha male. You can see how that can be confusing.
All right, so go.
Okay, all right. So your first question was, do I think she was trying to test my balls?
Yeah, and you didn't pass.
And I didn't pass?
Yeah.
I charged her to the game. What do you mean I didn't pass? Like she disrespected in multiple ways, and when it reached a point where it couldn't go on anymore, I ended the date. So how did I fail?
Okay, all right. I'm gonna re-say my question. All right. So basically, you said you went on a date to see a movie.
Yes.
And you said you was holding hands. You was doing all this stuff that a woman would see. This guy is like soft or beta male, or he's gonna be a nice guy.
No. I think I stated that guys might think holding hands is a beta male thing, but for me, I know why I do it. I hold hands as a filter and as a leadership thing. Like when I hold a girl's hand and I walk with her, it's because I'm leading her into the situation. When I hold hands during the movie, is because I'm trying to see where her cooperation and her comfortability is at with me. I'm not doing it because I'm trying to be nice.
Okay, so then you say that you basically come down to our level with a woman. So basically, like, can you see how a woman can think that this guy is nice?
I think what's happening is you're misinterpreting what we're saying. When we say that we're coming down to the level, what we mean is that in order for her to understand what needs to be said, like for example, if you, let's say you speak a few different languages, right? But your main language is English. If you go to another place and you're talking to somebody who only speaks Spanish, and you speak Spanish, you're going to speak Spanish with that person, correct?
Yeah.
Right, so you're going down to their level. You see what I'm saying? In order for them to understand you. You see what I mean? And so what I'm saying is that when you're dealing with these chicks, what happens is that it's like this. Because, for example, because we as men are learning game to be able to attract and get chicks the way that we want them to, the way we want to get them, right? We are, generally better equipped to make shit happen, for how we want to make it happen. Women generally don't know how to do it. This is why a man who's gamed up can have as much sex as he wants and also have a girlfriend if he wants to. But notice, women can get dudes to fuck them all day just because they have a vagina, but they have so much trouble keeping the man. Why is this? Because they're not savvy enough or gamed up enough to keep the man. You see what I'm saying? So as a guy, you are on a different level than the chick. I'm not saying it's better or worse. I'm just saying it's a different level. So what happens is that because we have to be the type of person who is gamed up to be able to move and shake, when you're talking to that girl who may not understand what you're trying to say and what you're trying to do, you have to go down to their level and then bring them up to your level. See, when he was dealing with the chick, because she was not complying, she didn't get the chance to come back up to the level. You see what I'm saying? And so therefore you have to charge it to the game. So it's not about being nice. You know what I'm saying? It's not about doing things and the chick testing and all. And first of all, dudes got to get out this whole testing thing, because ain't no chick to test you.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
You got to get out that thought process of a chick testing you.
If anything, I was testing her the whole fucking
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? She was failing.
Right.
Until I had to kill the date.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Because it was him that killed the date. You see what I'm saying? Because she wasn't doing what she needed to do. But go ahead, what you saying? Go ahead.
Yeah, I got one more question for you and that mouse too.
Yeah.
All right, so I want to ask y'all about when guys say women got a lot of options, but they really don't have a lot of options. That makes sense.
Say that again.
I said guys think women have a lot of options,
right?
But they really don't got a lot of options.
No, they don't.
Can you
I
actually
agree.
go in detail on what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, definitely. So women, when they say women have a lot of options, they mean women have a lot of options for dick.
For sex, yeah.
For sex. That's it.
A lot of niggas want to fuck women. That's all.
That's all. You feel what I'm saying? But they have little to no options when it comes to getting a guy to want to stay with them.
Right.
Generally. You see what I'm saying? Which is why you always hear women say, I can't find a man. You see what I mean? Because you would think, how can a woman not find a man? She has all these options on all these dating sites. All these guys are trying to get with her. All the guys are trying to just fuck.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But that don't really count because every dude is trying to fuck the chick. You understand what I'm saying? But does he want to stay with her? And that's the issue women have. Women have issues with getting men to stay. Or I should say this even more. Women have issues getting men they like to stay. You see what I'm saying?
Ooh.
That's what it is. You feel what I mean?
Whoa.
That's all it is. You feel me?
Yeah. So, do Mr. Mouse got want to add on to that?
No. Simply put, women have options for sex. They do not have options for relationships or meaningful relationships.
Right.
Okay, that was my question.
All right.
All right, bro.
All right, man. Have a good one. Thanks for calling.
Appreciate the call, man. All right. Let me see who this is. Yo, what's poppin'? Who's this?
How you doing, man? This is Kevin from New York.
What's going on, bro? Dude sounding smooth as shit. What's going on with you, man? What's up?
I appreciate you, gentlemen. First off, peace and prosperity to you.
Thank
I
you.
really appreciate the game y'all be throwing at us. You could easily charge for this game, and I would pay. You know what I mean? You've enlightened me to so many different things, you and a couple other dudes. So first off, I wanted to come from a place of humility and thank you.
Appreciate you, man.
Secondly, my question is, I'm working on becoming a stronger magnet as opposed to searching through the rubble for that needle in the haystack. I'm trying to make myself a stronger magnet.
Okay.
So any tips to go along with the standard hit the weights, make sure you approach, make sure you look for choosing signals. You know what I mean? Keep it cheap on the date, but at the same time, maintain masculine frame. Anything else you guys could add to the bag that I'm slowly developing? You know what I mean? I'm trying to always have.
The thing is, who are you and what do you want?
At this moment in time, I'm trying to search for maybe just a girlfriend. Maybe just a girlfriend.
A girlfriend?
It's levels with me. It's levels with me. Yeah.
All right. Hold on a second. Hold on. Okay.
Yes, sir.
How many girlfriends have you had?
So far, 8.
8 girlfriends. Now, have you ever been in a situation where you've just dated around and had a lot of chicks on the team?
That's not too hard.
Huh?
What's up? What was that last part?
No, had a lot of chicks on the team. Like you dated around and had a lot of chicks on the team.
Nah, just 2 or 3 at a time.
Just
I can't do the multiple thing.
Okay.
I can't. I ain't got the. I'm being honest. I can't do the multiple thing.
Okay.
I work 2 jobs.
Okay. All right. So you can't do the multiple things. So a single girlfriend is something that is something that you're trying to do, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now.
Yeah, just a girlfriend.
Who do you think you are? Like who do you, all right, I'm gonna be stylish with the way I phrase this question, but just bear with me and try to answer the question the best way you can. Who do you think you are to deserve a girlfriend?
I'm a king.
I'm
working on myself to my fullest extent. So if she's not, I'm not looking for like an employee. I need a co-founder. You feel me? But
okay.
If she's not on my level, we can fucking. I'm gonna keep it moving. But I work so hard. I know my value.
You know your value.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like,
now
absolutely.
Now within the masculine frame, what kind of things are important to you?
To me,
yeah.
Or in the woman that I'm seeking?
No. In the masculine frame, meaning within yourself as a man, what kind of things are important to you?
Sovereignty, loyalty, a good friendship, a good bond with my other niggas. You know what I mean?
Right.
And, just good times in general. I need to be able to relax when I'm around people that are in my circle. If I can't relax with you, I'm gonna kick you. I'm not like necessarily on no savagely, but I'm gonna slowly let you go. I'm gonna hit you with that 10-foot pole. You become an acquaintance.
Right.
If I can't relax and just be myself and laugh and joke and talk, what are we really doing?
Exactly.
Time is the only thing I can't get back, right?
Okay. Well, see, if you want to become a better magnet, You have to have a greater defined idea of what all those things mean to you.
Right.
So and you have to cover it from all angles. So if you say you like to be relaxed, you like to laugh, you like to joke, think about where you laugh, relax, and joke. Right? If you laugh, relax, and joke at your house, you like say you're the type of dude that you invite people to your house all the time. Make sure your house is immaculately clean. Make sure you have good healthy food in your fridge. Make sure you have an accommodating and safe space for people you invite.
Yes,
you understand what I'm saying? Like all these things need to be perfectly like set in place based on what's important to you. You understand what I'm saying? So like for example, if you're a cat who you like to be fly, you like to dress well. Make sure you're always coordinating. Make sure your clothes fit well. Make sure you're always clean. You're always smelling good. So all these things are details that will attract what you based on what's important to you. You'll begin to attract what you desire because you are upgrading all of those things that are important to you. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. I'm writing this down. Yes, sir.
Right.
Absolutely.
And also I want to add to that, and this is very, very important, and guys have to understand this. What's going to make you a stronger magnet is, with everything Miles just said, you also, in conjunction with that, have to be very strict and meticulous about the type of women you let into your life.
Right.
You understand? So what I mean is that you're going to end up having to charge more women to the game. And this is what I was saying earlier, where I was saying that, I don't know if you listened earlier, but earlier I was saying that there's going to be certain girls that you might like that you have to let go because they don't fit into what you're trying to do. You understand what I'm saying?
I'm already right there. That's
right.
The issue. I'm already right there. It's the
right.
chicks that they listening to that chick Catch Me Outside bitch or the Nicki Minaj's or the I'm finding quality women here and there,
right,
where they're already taken. You
right,
know
but
what I mean?
see,
So
well, this
what
is the
he had
thing.
said with the first chick that he dated, I was like, bro, I met a chick like that 6 months ago, but I keep meeting the second round chicks. You feel me? The
Right,
ones
but
that think they better than the dude.
Right, but this is the thing though. You're gonna keep seeing those type of women around, but what's going to happen is that they're going to you're going to start to see a little more women who are going to be the type of women that you're looking for, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because what's going to happen is you're gonna find ones who already are there, and you're also going to find ones who are willing to change.
Right.
So what's going to happen is you're going to find women who are into you and attracted to you, and they're going to be willing to change and switch up for you. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So you're going to have two types of women: the women who are already there, and the women who are going to switch up for you. But you have to be able to it's easy to recognize women who are there. You have to know how to recognize the women who are going to switch up.
Right,
you see what I'm saying?
And you're gonna have to put some work in to bring them around to your page.
Right, and also, and this is the thing, you want to be able to, like I was saying earlier, when you have to charge chicks in the game, right? You have to be so fucking strict with it, because if you let in anything less than what you're trying to get, what's gonna happen is that you sort of devalue yourself by doing that. So for example, let's say you have an exclusive club, right? The club says you can only members can come in here. Right? Now let's say they just let some random motherfucker just come through just because they like, well, whatever, let's let him in. Then they let in another motherfucker. The value of that, exclusive club it's not exclusive anymore. You understand what I'm saying? It's the value of that club, or that the prestige of that club is gone. You see what I'm saying? Because you were not exclusive enough. And also, too, is that what you want to happen is, and this is how you draw in more shit, is that you are, like I said, when you charge them to the game, is you're leaving that situation because you're saying this situation isn't up to my standard. But what's going to happen is that the situation that is up to your standard is going to be attracted to you, because they are going to be at the same level as you. So, for example, do you guys remember when Dave Chappelle left the Chappelle Show and they was offering him $50 million? right?
Uh-huh.
Then what happened was Netflix said, bruh, I'm going to give you 60 million. You understand what I'm saying? So Dave Chappelle left the situation that was beneath him. He was like, nah, I'm not fucking with y'all because y'all doing some goofy shit. I'm going over here to Africa and whatever. Then Netflix was like, listen, bro, I see your worth. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And we're on point here, so we want to collaborate with you. So he attracted the shit that was to his level.
And I'm gonna add to that. Bro. Listen, all right. So before I told you that whatever's important to you, you have to upgrade it as much as you can. However you can that based on your resources and based on whatever you have at your disposal, you have to upgrade it the best way you can. And using the Dave Chappelle analogy, the week before Dave Chappelle got that deal with Netflix, do you know what he was doing? He was selling out Radio City Music Hall with his comedy show. Do you understand?
Right.
Okay, elaborate a little bit on that.
No, all right. Look, here's what I'm saying. Because I told you that whatever is important to you, you have to upgrade it. What Dave Chappelle did was that after he left and went to Africa and came back, he started doing comedy shows all around America, right?
Oh.
Listen, right? He started doing comedy shows all around America. He started back doing clubs, like little comedy clubs here and there, this, that, and the third. But what happened was, as he upgraded his material, he took his own money and went to Radio City Music Hall and had a what was it, like a 1 week exclusive like engagement,
right.
and he took it from not just stand up, but he called on a lot of his celebrity music friends, and each night had a different musical performance and sold out Radio City Music Hall for a week. Do you understand? And when he showed that he was able to do that, that's when so like I said, he went to Africa and then he came back and started slowly, and then he upgraded, and then he went to Radio City Music Hall, sold the shit out for 6-7 days in a row, and that's when Netflix said to him, "Yo, we got you." You understand? So that's what I'm saying. In order for you to be a better magnet, whatever it is that you do, whatever it is that's important to you, you have to continually upgrade it. You have to, like I said, like if you and your boys love to hang out at Buffalo Wild Wings, then maybe you have to say to them, "Yo, man, let's go hang out at a more prestigious establishment. Maybe start hanging out at a cigar bar." You understand? Maybe start hanging out at places that sell, top shelf liquor, and watch the game in places like that, and then you'll find yourself, seeing people who are of that upper echelon, and then that's when they'll start to recognize you as well. You understand what I'm saying? But if you're hanging out at Buffalo Wild Wings now, and you still hanging out at Buffalo Wild Wings, and next year you still hanging out at Buffalo Wild Wings, and year after that, it's like that shit is gonna get old. You're stagnating. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's all about the thing that you really love to do. Find yourself in an upgraded environment, or figure out a way to upgrade it. If you love wearing a certain kind of sneakers, shit, start wearing more. Like if you a sneakerhead, start wearing more and more exclusive type sneakers.
Right.
So when you step out and niggas see your shit, they be like, that's a fucking sneakerhead. Because I saw you last time and you was wearing Jordans, but now you wearing those exclusive crossover Jordans that got the Fendi logo on it, or whatever the fuck. I don't really know, because I'm not a fully type sneakerhead. But I'm just saying, upgrade your shit. You understand what I'm saying? That's when you'll start to
completely.
You'll start to attract the people from the upper echelon of your very same interest. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, completely.
Like if you like say you do if you fucking I'm just trying to okay in any given town there's a few different Walmarts, right?
Yes.
But like for example, we went to a Walmart the other day that was in the hood, right?
Yeah, I'm with you.
And there's another Walmart that's in the nice neighborhood.
Right.
Check out the difference. Now, every Walmart is the fucking same, but check out the difference between the one that's in the hood and the one that's in the nice neighborhood.
Right.
The one that's in the nice neighborhood has self-checkout.
Right.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
The one in the hood don't have self.
The one in the hood, they don't have no fucking self checkout because they know niggas in the hood will just walk out with shit. Now, let's just say that you're a nigga from the hood who loves to pick up bitches at Walmart, right?
Yeah.
Upgrade your shit. Go to the Walmart in the good neighborhood.
Right.
And pick up bitches at the good neighborhood Walmart. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Gotcha.
That's like a practical example of what I'm saying, where it's like whatever it is you do, upgrade that shit. Like if you a nigga that loves to work out and at Planet Fitness, look around and check out the other gyms in your area, because look, Planet Fitness is $19.99 a month or some shit.
Something like that, right?
But you got Crunch Fitness, and you got like Equinox and other. Look and say to yourself, you know what? I know Planet Fitness is only $19.99, but Equinox or Crunch is $43 a month. That's only $20 more, really. It's really only $20 more.
Right.
What would it mean to you to fucking work out at a better facility for just $20 extra? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now the people that you meet I'm not saying you necessarily have to pick up bitches at the gym, but let's just say you're a social person. Trust me, the level of people that you meet in Planet Fitness for $20 a month, when you move to the Crunch Fitness or the Equinox for $40 a month, is gonna be the quality of people is gonna be a little different, is what I'm saying. You understand?
Yeah. That's exactly what I need is better quality people.
Exactly.
Right. And this is exactly what he's talking about.
I'm meeting 6s, 7s, 8s.
Right, and see, this is exactly what he's talking about, because when you do those things, it trains your mind to always think quality. You understand what I'm saying? The upgrade is to train your mind to think quality.
That's the real upgrade.
In all of your aspects of your life.
Exactly.
And this is you see what I'm saying? So this is what I'm saying, where you're gonna have to charge people to the game, because like Miles earlier, the girl he went out with, he realized wasn't quality. So he had to charge her. You see what I'm saying? And so you're gonna run into certain women where you may be like, damn, she got a fat ass, but I can't even fuck this girl because I've upgraded. I can't even fuck with you.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Now, if that girl upgrades herself, then maybe she can fuck with you once she gets to your level.
Right.
But right now, I can't fuck with you. You see what I'm saying? And that's the type of energy you need, because now what's going to happen is you're going to run into other women of quality who's going to see that you're quality, and she's going to be like, finally, a nigga I could fuck with. And guess what you're going to see? You're going to be like, damn, finally a chick I could fuck with. Right. It's the like attracting like. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's what it is. You see what I mean?
Upgrade every aspect of your life and start with your socks and drawers.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is, man.
I'm dead serious. Y'all niggas think I'm playing. Y'all niggas think I'm fucking playing.
Right.
Start with your socks and drawers. If your drawers don't feel soft and silky on your nuts, you gotta switch up your drawers.
Right.
You gotta have luxury drawers and socks. If you got holes in your socks, throw them shits away and get brand new socks. It'll change your fucking life. Trust me.
Facts.
Trust me. Upgrade everything about you, and you'll realize a whole different thing, bro. You'll realize it.
All right.
I really do appreciate it, gentlemen. Peace, and prosperity.
Yes, sir.
That's what's up,
peace, man. Have a great week, man.
All right, bro. Mala. Peace.
Yep.
All right. You. What's good?
Hello? Okay, yeah, so...
Is that the same guy?
So I recently just, left this guy, charged her, I guess. But the thing is...
Hold on, wait a second. Start from the beginning. What's going on with you?
I found a different bitch, but the thing is, it's I'm trying to, I've been looking at girls, and I'm seeing, I don't want them. I don't want this girl. I don't want that girl.
Yo, hold up. Yo, wait. Yo, hey, listen, you just called up to the show, right?
Yeah.
What do you do when you call somebody?
Hey, what's up? How's it going, guys?
Hey, exactly. You see what the fuck I'm saying? I'm not taking no shit from none of y'all. From bitches or niggas. You gonna give me respect, period, bro. You calling up niggas show and you just gonna get into your question? What kind of disrespectful shit is that? I would charge you right now, nigga.
I see.
Okay, so let's start over. Let's act like we just answered the phone. Let's start over. Go ahead.
Hey, what's up, Mr. Locario or Miles?
Hey, what's going on, bro? What's going on? All right.
Not much. Just relaxing, chilling for a little bit.
All right.
Cool.
So what's going on with you?
Well, anyways, I have a issue. Like ever since this girl, she charged me to the game because I guess I showed some signs of weakness. It's just I feel terrible. So I end up chasing her, but I shouldn't, so I'm not going to. But the thing is, now it's I'm looking for, I'm looking at girls and I'm really judging them. I don't really like how they act, and I'm just ugh, this girl's fucking ain't shit. So I just kind of keep passing chicks, and it's I'm still thinking about that one chick.
So
even I could go and smash another chick, but it'd be dang, it's dang, I didn't have that good time with the other girl that I was with, and then I feel like I'm getting girls now just to impress that other girl that left me.
So basically, what you're saying is that there's some chick you got feelings for, and now you're trying to distract yourself with other women. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, but that's just not even working.
Well, yeah, of course it's not working. You know what I'm saying? But why are you doing this? Why are you doing this for? What do you think is gonna happen? What do you think the outcome is?
Either forget her or see if she'll come back eventually.
Why do you want her to come back?
I mean, because I chose her, I guess, in that sense.
No. What I'm saying is, okay, why did she bounce? First of all, how long y'all been fucking around? How long y'all been together?
Wait, do you have sex with the girl?
Do I have what?
Have you had sex with this female?
5 times.
Okay, and
in a span of 3 months.
Okay, so hold on. So you've been with this chick for 3 months?
Yeah, but I liked her personality and the way she carried herself, and it was really nice. But the thing is, we were kind of going back and forth. I was dating around too at that time when I was with her, but it was just she kind of caught my eye, and I was just why not? Why not just put it all in?
No, and so why did y'all stop seeing each other? What happened? Why y'all stop seeing each other?
Well, I fucked up because I started acting like I was too strongly into her, and she kind of got uncomfortable about that. And also at the same time, she was also dating other people, but she was with me a lot more of the time because she enjoyed my company, and I enjoyed her company too.
So hold on. So you're saying she left you because of what? What specifically happened?
I was trying to push a relationship into our situation. And the thing is, she brought up the fact that we could be in a relationship, and I said, why not? I might as well try it with you. See what happens. See what we make of it.
Okay,
and
so
I just kind of went with that idea.
So she brought up we should be in a relationship, and you went with the idea.
Yes.
And then she bounced.
She bounced when I started catching feelings, I guess.
See, first of all, I tell you guys, don't make a woman your girlfriend.
Never.
Until you've been with her for at least a year or a year and a half.
Even then.
Right, even then you gotta double check. You feel what I'm saying?
And let her bring it up.
That's okay. 1. 2, understand women, they will bring up a relationship. It doesn't mean you have to comply with that situation. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
And see, the reason why you have to wait is because you actually need to see if this chick is down for you. For real, for real. This woman wasn't down for you for real.
When she was doing things I would ask, simple things go to the store, go pick me something up and eat to eat. All those little simple things, and I was down for it. I was dang, I like this. And for some reason, I guess I showed too much interest in her because of all that.
No, and because this is what you have to understand. Let me break it down for you guys. The reason, right, women will do this, and guys, listen to me. The reason why women will do this is you was with the chick for 3 months, you started fucking catching all the feelings, and you started probably giving her a lot of attention, and you're oh, let's be together, and you're my girl, and I love you, and all this other stuff, right? Yeah. What happened is that subconsciously she knows she doesn't deserve that type of treatment. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So she's looking at you like, why the fuck is this guy putting me in this position?
Because she's out fucking other dudes.
You understand what I'm saying?
I mean, I was fucking other chicks. I told her about that, but she was just like, but when I started like being like, oh, I choose you out of all these girls.
You see? Don't look. You don't say I choose you out of all these other girls in 3 months.
And she was fucking more niggas than you was fucking bitches. Trust me.
She was. She probably was.
I know she was.
It's not probably. It's not probably, nigga.
Listen.
It's not probably.
Listen. She knows that you would. Cause look, if you was fucking a bunch of chicks, you wouldn't have said, "Hey, let's be together in 3 months." You understand what I'm saying? You got what they call it, one-itis. You fucking. You see what I'm saying? You got so caught up in this chick. So because you got so caught up in this chick, right? See, and this is the thing. The woman is supposed to get caught up in you. You understand what I'm saying? The woman is supposed to say, damn, I'm fucking all these dudes, but I fucking love this guy, and I just want to spend all my time with him mostly. You understand what I'm saying? Everything you were doing, she should have been doing. But because you were doing it, she couldn't do it. She couldn't do it. You're out of balance, bro. You understand what I'm saying? You're out of balance. That's right. So what I'm saying is, next time, don't even worry about this girl. Just chalk it up to it's a wrap. Like it's a lesson learned. Next time when you're dealing with a chick.
I'll tell you this also. So after that 3 months period, like I cut it off. I unfriended her from Snap, and she can see that. Like you can see like you unfriend somebody from Snap, and she noticed that. And that time I ended up like making out with another girl in front of her at the bar that I go to because she was there, and everybody saw that shit. It was funny, but after like a month goes by from that shit happening, I add her back on Snap and I try to talk to her.
Why?
I don't know. I just thought maybe like, okay, let's try something new. Like that's what I was trying to do. Like I was trying to start fresh.
Yo.
No.
What? Wow. So what's so special about this girl again?
I don't even fucking know why I like her, but I'm just gonna move on. You're right. That's good.
Yo, I got a question for you. A real quick question for you. Tell me, how do you feel about yourself on a scale of 1 to 10?
I mean, I'm doing good with my life. I mean, I'm at a situation where I need to be, and all I see is up. You know,
answer the question. Answer the question.
I would like a companionship along the way.
Sir, answer the question. How do you feel about yourself on a scale of 1 to 10?
7, 8.
Okay, all right. The fact that you didn't say 10 means you have some shit to work on. That's the only reason why you're having all these problems.
Okay.
You see that? You see? No. Listen. The fact that you said 7, you're on the internet right now, and you feel like you have to compensate. You really feel like a 3 or 4 about yourself. You really feel like a 3 or 4 about yourself. That's why all of the attention that you should be lavishing on yourself, you're trying to lavish on this bitch. You understand me?
Right.
Fix yourself. If I ask you that fucking question and you don't say 10 automatically or some number higher than 10 to be ridiculous and funny, you have issues, bro. And it's something you need to fix. You understand me?
That's true.
Okay.
All right. Whatever it is, find it and fix it.
All right.
All right, bro. Mahalo.
I also have a next question.
Oh, this nigga.
This nigga said 7. He said 7. 7?
That's what happens, bro. I'm telling you. Because look, the reason why you're having them issues and you're looking for that energy in that chick is because you...
It's because it's not in you.
Right.
It's not in you.
Right.
Ayo!
Yo.
So where's my list? Where's my fucking list?
Man, look.
Is this King Zaggin 20?
King Zaggin 20, man.
What's poppin', bro?
I can't... Look at this list. I can't really show y'all the names, but look at this list. Oh, my God.
Look, y'all niggas, bro. Trying to get through, I had to do 51 arm push-ups. I had to give away my firstborn trying to get through the other motherfuckers.
What's going on, bro?
All right, so real quick, I want to address 2 things y'all talked about.
Yeah.
The first thing was a man, because
I dropped a video talking about who has the most power, a man with options or a woman with options. You know, when it comes to dating, and of course I said a man with options, because this is the thing, and I think both of y'all brothers would agree with me that pussy don't mean shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's cool, but if that's all you have as a woman to offer, then you really ain't shit. If all you got is some pussy. You know what I'm saying? So to me, I don't find value in a woman's vagina. I find value in a woman being submissive. I find value in her femininity. I find value in her being a reciprocator. I find value in her allowing me to guide and to lead her and to follow my program. That's where a woman's value lies for me.
Right.
But you have a lot of guys in the chat who they think that women run the dating game.
Right.
I disagree. I don't agree with that. For me, from where I sit on my throne, women don't run shit when it comes to the dating game.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, so that's just me. You know what I'm saying? But you have a lot of guys because they have that scarcity mindset, or as you said, Locario, that one-itis. They place such a high value on pussy that they put it on a pedestal. And they put a woman's level of beauty on a pedestal. And to me, a woman's vagina and her attractiveness is cool if it comes with her being submissive, if it comes with her being feminine.
Right.
But if all she got is some pussy and she looks good, but she lacks those other intangibles which are important, it don't mean shit. There's 10 more around the corner where she came from.
Right. Facts. Real talk. But see, that's cause you know like we know. You feel what I'm saying? The value of a man. Like you understand it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what it is.
All right. So my bad. My voice is cracking up. So I'm not gonna stay on the phone too long. I just want to kick that point off. And for all you dudes, man, if you're listening to these brothers, soak up the knowledge. Don't be in the comment section or in the chat going against the grain. Shut the fuck up and listen. That's all I got to say on that.
All right, bro. Appreciate the call, man.
All right, man. Peace, man. Have a great week.
All right,
man.
Peace to y'all.
That's my dude, K-Zag. Make sure you guys subscribe to K-Zag and 20's channel because he be dropping heavy game. You feel what I'm saying? Heavy fucking game.
Yo, you're the most important thing, guy. Come on, guy.
You, what's poppin'? Who's this?
It's Jakey from London.
What's going on?
What up, son?
Yeah, man, it's going well, man. I just appreciate the live stream. I woke up like an hour ago and I just saw the live stream, so I thought why not call up. But yeah, I think it was about 2 days ago. I went on basically like it wasn't like a date. It was just like a meet up with this girl, and she was like from another country and stuff. She's alright looking, not that bad. But when I went on a date with her, I didn't really find her attractive. Like I realized attraction wasn't there, but she was submissive and everything. So I just thought, you know what, I just might as well just continue with the date. So we ended up going to like I ended up taking her from some bar to like some other cocktail bar, and it was like a dancing cocktail bar, and then we went to another cocktail bar, and then we started like kissing and stuff, but she started like sticking her tongue all the way down my throat, and it was just like it didn't really feel that nice, and she kept doing it, and then I was pretty much like I just wanted to leave, and then I left and she came with me, and then she's saying like, oh, you taking me home, and then I was like, I got work the next day, I was making up some excuse because like, she was an attractive girl, but I just didn't find her that attractive, so I basically said to her like, no, I've got work the next day, I can't go, and she's like, what do you mean? And I said, no, it's because, my work uniform is at home. She's like, oh, I want to fuck you or something. And I was like, sorry, I didn't say sorry, but I can't make it, I expressed why I couldn't make it. So I just left. And now pretty much, I'm just trying to like, like over that situation that I told you about, that there was a caller that called up and he said he was with some girl for 3 months or something. So I could kind of understand where he's coming from.
Wait, so hold on. Wait. Did I hear that you said a chick said fuck you to you?
No. She didn't say fuck me. She said she would have fucked me. She wanted to fuck me that night. And Yeah,
And
so she wanted to fuck me that night, but the problem is that by the end of the night I didn't find her attractive, and I thought, you know what, I know you say sometimes, you know, you just have to keep your word and go through with it. You know what I mean? If you to fuck a girl, even if you make your promise, etc. But I just wasn't really feeling it. The attraction plummeted, and obviously, you know, I've just gotten out of some fucked up situation, and I'm starting dating again. You know what I'm saying, building up my rotation. But so this year was at the start of my rotation, and I just thought, you know what, I don't want to keep this girl on my rotation. She just wasn't really.
Well, yeah. Well, the thing is, look, man, if you're dealing with a chick and you realize that she ain't the type of chick you really want to fuck with, then you keep it moving. You understand what I'm saying? So if you realize that through your experience with her, then you just keep it moving. What I was talking about when I say to follow through with shit, I'm saying that if you make a date, follow through on an actual specific date. Like if it's a first date with a chick, you say, hey, meet me here. You follow through and meet her. Now, after you meet her and after you spend some time with her, then you could be like, well, all right, well, either I'm going to keep seeing her or not, or I'll fuck her or not. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. So you don't have to, like, you know, follow through on fucking if you ain't trying to fuck the chick. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm just saying that when you have the experience will tell you whether or not you want to continue to fuck with her or not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I just wanted to ask you, because I know you say you express, and I agree with it, if you're seeing a girl, if you're dating a girl, you want her to, you know, if you would like to be in a relationship or something with a girl, you want to actually date her for at least a year or a year and a half. I'm just wondering, like, let's say, you know, because I know I made a mistake making that girl agreeing to, because she asked to be my boyfriend, if I wanted to be her boyfriend. I said yeah, and I disagreed with it, and I knew the mistakes I was doing, but, you know, I was just quite stupid. I went along with it. But I'm just wondering, like, let's say you was with a girl and you're seeing her, etc., whether you rush to do the stupid shit I did, or whether you just seeing her and you know, she starts to get attached to you, and then all of a sudden she, like, dips out on you and leaves you. Does that mean that regardless of how submissive she may have shown you she was, like the girl that I was with, does her leaving you show you that she wasn't down for you in the first place? Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. That's why you wait. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Because time is going to reveal who the woman really is in relation to you. That's what guys gotta understand. Like, y'all don't have to fucking rush a relationship. You understand what I'm saying? You don't need to rush into any type of long-term shit. Just hang out with her, hook up with her, and then, you know, hit her up again, hook up with her again, hit her up again, y'all hook up and chill, y'all do, you know what I'm saying? But once time has gone by and she's shown that she's worth being a girlfriend, she's doing things she should be doing, because this is what happens. As time goes by and y'all are hooking up and making shit happen, usually what will happen is the girl is going to bring up or want to be your girlfriend, right? But you don't give her that yet. She still has to go through the situation. She still has to prove that she can be the girlfriend. You understand what I'm saying? It's like if somebody joins your company, you own a company, and they're working in the mailroom. You understand? The person can't be like, hey, I've been working here for 2 months. Can I be the manager now? No, you can't. You understand what I'm saying? You got to prove that you can, you know what I'm saying? You got to do the shit that you need to do first, the fucking basic shit. Then I see you doing the basic shit. Okay, that's cool. Now you're showing me, you know, more shit. You're actually doing what you need to do. Okay, that's cool. I'm seeing that you're on point. And then as time goes on, now I'm like, okay, it's been a year, maybe a year and a half. You've been on point. You've been doing certain things that I told you to do. And another thing, you have to basically test her. Meaning, as time goes on, give her fucking tasks to do. You know, tell her to do things and see if she follows your directions. See how cooperative she is. All these things are things that you're going to be doing to see if she's worth being your girlfriend.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that takes time.
Sorry.
And that's what I'm saying. And that takes time. So to answer your question, if she leaves before that year or year and a half comes, then yeah, she's not the chick you need to be fucking with because she's gone. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
that shows she was never really down. You feel what I mean?
Yeah, and that's something that like that I look for in a girl, because a lot of people say they want a relationship, but I'm wondering, why do you want a relationship? Like, the only reason for me to want a relationship is I'm the sort of person that I want my purpose. You know, I'm building my business. I want someone who's going to make my life not necessarily better, but help me to make certain areas of my life easier. So, for example, like I like a girl. If I told her, you know, I need you to pick me up and drive me here, I don't want her to say, oh, why do I need to do that? Oh, it's too far. I can't do all that shit. Because the girl that I was with before, in the beginning, she was submissive, and then there were things that she was doing which because due to the fact that I've compromised my masculinity, being stupid and being in this relationship, I wasn't thinking with clarity. So I saw that she was doing things such as she wanted me to take her out to restaurants and all that type of stuff, and it's more like she wanted me, and she said something to me like, if you don't do, like, if we go into the same place all the time, like, I might not like stay or something, like some bullshit like that, or like she wanted me to take her out. So I realized she's not with me for me, she's with me for what I could do for her.
Right.
And like, yeah, I mean, that's bullshit.
Right, exactly. And so what you got to look for is a chick who's about you. You understand what I'm saying? About how can I please this man? How can I serve this guy? How can I do things so that he'll like me more? That's the type of chick that you're looking for to be your girlfriend. Not a chick who is sitting there expecting you to just be someone doing everything for her while she does nothing for you. You understand what I'm saying? That's not the type of chick. You feel me? But y'all, I gotta get one more call and we're about to head up out of here, man. Appreciate the call, bro, all right?
Take care.
All right, man. All right, this last call, and then we about to head up out this motherfucker. Yo, what's poppin'? Who's this?
Yo, Locario, Miles.
Yo.
This is True Savage from in the chat, man.
What's going on?
What's up, bro?
How you fellas doing?
Chilling. What's going on?
Shit, man, I'm just not getting off from work, man, but I've been tuning into the show while I was at work. You know, I work in an environment, I can't really speak on it, but let's just say that I got guys that come in, chicks that come in, and, you know, they both hear, you know, you guys talking and stuff most of the time. And, you know, there's a lot of chicks that's like, yo, I wish dudes would be more like that, just be straight up, be themselves, be real, and be about something, right?
Right.
So I get a lot of chicks ask me why I listen to that shit, but that's a whole different topic. I'm just calling in to say, man, you know, I like what you guys do. As always, I don't know if you remember me, but me and my girl, we actually called a few times.
Yeah. Remember?
Yeah, man. Shit, we're still together and whatnot. Everything is gravy in that part. And we ended up getting us a girlfriend. So she's been coming around lately too, man. So, you know, shit is lovely. But one thing I want to share with the dudes in the chat or who's ever listening is that, you know, with this gaming shit, it's not for everybody, man, because you guys is wanting to, like, get to the pussy and this and that, right? Fucking with these chicks and shit. And it's like, it's like in the long run, are you really investing in yourself? Not to these chicks, but are you really investing in yourself, like putting in the time and work on yourself to even have the mentality to deal with these chicks?
Exactly.
That's what I'm telling you.
Exactly.
That's why I asked the last caller, or not the last two callers. I was like, what do you think about yourself on a scale of 1 to 10? The homie said 7. Right. He said 7, bro. You see what I'm saying? And the only reason why he said 7 is because he know he getting recorded on the fucking YouTube. That nigga, he thinks shit about himself. That's why he was putting so much energy into that bitch. You feel me? Like these, look, let me tell you something. When you start to think of yourself in a certain way, there's certain levels of disrespect you will not take from females.
It ain't gonna happen.
You understand what I'm saying? And then also when you think of yourself a certain way as well, you carry yourself a certain way, and these chicks will fucking fall for you. You understand?
Yeah, that's real shit though. That is real shit, man, and that's basically what I've been doing. Like, y'all know my story, man. I done been through this shit where, you know, I used to simp and shit, like, I'm gonna say about like 5 years ago. Right. And it just got to the point where, you know, I was just like, you know what, fuck this, I'm gonna do me. I'm gonna get out here and, you know, make shit happen for myself, and, you know, not really on no fuck these bitches shit, but, you know, it's just like, you know, I just respect a woman where she's coming from, and you gotta be ready to accept female nature. That's where some of you guys is missing that shit. Right. You guys is missing the fucking. You want to fuck the chicks, you want to get with them, you want to, you know, wife a chick up after day one. That's bullshit in my point of view.
But you got to be able to accept female nature because that shit's not going to change. Women are going to be women.
Right.
So with that being said, just cut out all the bashing and shit. I just see that me and Kay Zagging, we just seen the shit in the chat, and I was like, yo, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But when you accept female nature, dog, it's like, if you the type of dude, like, you the type of man like we are, you're gonna love women.
Right.
You're gonna love women regardless because that's what you fucks with.
Of course.
But the only thing you can do if you saying if a dude is saying fuck chicks, fuck bitches, and this and that, the only thing you can do as a man is like really correct yourself, fix what you need to fix for yourself, and then you'll start seeing like irregardless of the situation, I'm going in like I'm going in as me, I'm going in like this, and whatever come out of it, she accepted or she rejected. It is what it is. You got there's so many fucking women in the world, dude. For real.
Right.
You shouldn't be tripping over one. You shouldn't be having a one-nightist type shit. You should just be finding that one that's like really compliant to whatever you're about. If you fucking with multiple chicks already, then that chick need to be on board. Like from day one. It ain't no convincing her or none.
Right.
But that's just a little part of my shit, man. Just a little part. And I can say that thanks to you guys, I'm talking about. I know y'all don't like to mention names, but like I got to because they on the front cover of your documentary. I fucks with Eddie Fuse. I fucks with Steve the Dean.
Right.
Miles. I check out Miles' motivational channel.
Thanks,
I subscribe to that shit, bro.
Thanks, man.
But and Kay Zagging too, man. I really fucks with Kay Zagging because I'm from the South. I'm from Alabama originally, so I can relate to Kay Zagging. I had uncles that was on the same fish, but I ain't gonna hold up too much of y'all time. I'm just putting that out there. Like, you guys, man, y'all need to start being concerned about yourself.
Right.
Not being concerned about no other dudes and what they got popping off. And definitely not being concerned about what a bitch think about you.
Exactly. Facts on facts, bro. Man, appreciate the call, my dude, all right?
Yep.
All right, man.
Always, fellas. Y'all have a good one.
All right, take it easy, man. Be safe.
Peace.
Yeah.
All right, people. It is about that time.
It's 2:30, so.
Exactly. Remember, guys. All right, hold on. If this is Mimi, real quick, what's poppin' with you, Mimi? I know you want to talk to Miles, real quick.
Hi. Hi, Miles.
Hi.
Alright, so just really quick, me and my ex-boyfriend, we were supposed to have plans on New Year's, and I don't know, I guess we just kind of stopped talking lately, and I don't think I'm gonna see him on New Year's. I don't think we're gonna see each other. But lately, I've just been thinking about him, and I was just wondering, I don't know, like, why would you give my advice for someone like me, I just can't get over him, and I don't know what to do anymore.
So you said, hold on. So you said you were supposed to see your ex-boyfriend on New Year's?
Yeah, and I guess it's not gonna happen. We haven't been talking, and I don't know. I was just kind of sad, because I was really looking forward to it, I don't know.
And why? Hold on, because you sound real sad right now. You know what I'm saying? And
I know.
And so all that's really happening is you still got feelings for your ex-boyfriend, and why you're not gonna see each other on New Year's for?
I don't know. We were talking, and he kind of stopped talking to me. I don't think he wants me anymore. But I can't stop thinking about it. Like, I don't know. I just want to get over him, And I don't know how to do that. I try to do the escorting. I try to, keep myself busy, but.
And Mimi, let me ask you a question. Are you seeing any other guys? Like, you know, dating any other guys, hooking up with any other guys?
No.
No?
No.
No?
No.
That's why you keep
I
thinking
don't
about your
like-
ex. That's why you keep thinking about your ex.
But honestly, I can't see myself with anyone else.
No, but this is what I'm trying to explain to you. This is what I'm trying to explain to you. Women generally get over guys that they're dealing with when they start seeing other guys. Men generally get over an ex through time. So what I'm saying is that you need to start talking to other men and dating other guys. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to explain to you. The reason why you're thinking about him so much is because you don't have any other situation to think about.
It's hard.
No, I know it's hard. I'm not saying it's gonna be easy, but what I'm saying is that there's only that one reason. The only reason why you're thinking about him and feeling that certain type of way is because you don't have any other guy in your situation distracting you. That's the only reason. As soon as you meet another guy that you like, I guarantee you thinking about him is going to dissipate. It's going to get less and less. You're not even going to really be thinking about him like that anymore. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm gonna work on that then.
Okay, well, Mimi, don't cry. You're gonna be alright, man. You're gonna be alright.
Don't cry. You're a strong young woman, and you're beautiful. Don't forget that.
Thank you.
All right. Him not wanting to message you doesn't change how strong and beautiful and invaluable you are. Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
All right, Mimi. All right, take care. Don't get too
And I'm coming to San Diego to see you sometime soon. So
exactly, Miles will make you forget about your ex.
I'll make you forget about this.
So Mimi, don't worry. Hit up Miles. You know what I'm saying? Because he'll make you forget about your ex real quick. You feel what I'm saying?
Man,
you just gotta make sure you sit in the seat he tell you to sit in. You feel
facts.
what I'm saying? Yo, so guys, remember. Make sure you guys get How to Have Sex 2 Women a Day ebook, hard copy, or audiobook. Make sure you go to MrLocario.com to get this book. If you do not have this book, you are slipping. You are slacking on your macking. You feel what I mean? Also, look out for the Game Kings coming soon. 2020, summer 2020. The fucking joint is we've been editing it all week. We got a lot more editing to do. And Game Kings it's ridiculous. That's all I can say. It's ridiculous. You feel what I'm saying? You guys are gonna love it. Also, make sure you guys go to Bad Boy Membership. Go to badboymembership.com to join the Bad Boy Membership, where you can get 45 through 90-minute audio and video dating advice tutorials every month. Let me shout out to everybody in the chat room. Shout out to King Shad, Video King, Big Stain, Lito Rawls, New Money, Chris Curtis, Ellie Empire, Jared Goff, D-Mac, Yao Don, Three Kings, Kev Smith, who else? Nez, who else? Shout out to April MC was in the building, Mimi's in the building, Global Voice of the Manosphere, shout out to you. Pharaoh Hack, True Baller, Ellie Empire, Swell Mel, pause. King Shad, Just Living. Who else? Man, 09 MC. Who else is up in here? But yeah, man, I appreciate everybody tuning in. Oh, you looking at us on the joint? It's like we're looking at us while we're doing it. That's fucking crazy. But anyway, so yo, and we got over 200 people watching this. Make sure you guys get those likes up, man.
Yeah, get those likes up.
Get those motherfucking likes up. You understand? Because YouTube, they need the likes so that they know people like the shit. So we could spread the love and spread the word. You feel what I'm saying?
Jared Goff. Did you shout out Jared Goff?
Shout out Jared Goff.
And what about
and all these people in the chat? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody. Oh, my dude King Yadiah in the building. Was popping with your bro?
True baller.
You know what I'm saying? And then you talking about what's the number of the code? We about to
cut this shit,
son. Niggas gotta get up early and edit this fucking
some more
movie.
editing. Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
God.
Y'all don't, the edit. It's a lot of fucking editing. No more calls, people. No more calls for tonight. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. All right. So listen, guys. I will be back again next week. You understand? I'm gonna be back in New York, and I'll do another live stream probably on Friday. So you know what I'm saying? Friday's the next live stream. You see, I'll do some Patreon live streams, Patreon exclusive live streams. So make sure you guys go to Patreon, and I'll do some Patreon live streams. Go to patreon.com/Mr. Locario and join the Patreon. You feel what I'm saying? And I'll make that happen. All right. So we are out of here, people. And remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. We are gone. Later.